Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, we'll be continuing our journey into Act 6, covering all of the easiest paths. If multiple paths are an option in a quest, I will cover them all. Remember that these are just what I found easier, and your roster and experiences may vary. So let's dive in. Act 6, Chapter 2, Quest number 5, Mistrust. One of the worst and most punishing quests in the entire game. Global node, death. Boss fight, a nightmare. Local nodes, generally horrendous. When this quest first came out, things were even worse. So let's be thankful that we now have access to more, better and higher ranked champions, as well as the fact it's been nerfed. Twice. But despite all of this horror, we will be going over everything you need to know and the best ways to deal with it. The global node in this quest is Do Not Go Gentle, and it most certainly does not. It has a lot of text, but the short version is that for every 5 hits on your combo meter, you gain a charge. If you try and knock the defender out, i.e. win the fight, the defender will instead take no damage on that hit, and one of the charges will detonate, dealing a large burst of damage. And we're looking at about 5k per charge here. So, if you have a few charges on you and you try and knock them out, most likely you will die, and the defender will be left on 1 health point. This node is also a little glitchy, and sometimes you'll gain charges or take damage when you might not feel like you should, but hey ho. This instantly removes Guillotine 2099 as an option, as she will instantly start with 20 charges if you carry over a 100 hit combo from the previous fight. You can, however, remove a charge by landing a heavy attack, and can remove 2 by intercepting the opponent. Don't forget though that landing that heavy attack or intercept will add more hits to your combo meter. Champions with 1 or 2 hit heavies, such as Captain America Infinity War, Colossus and so on, can parry heavy their way through this quest, and champions with easy access to intercepts, such as Ghost or Moleman, are especially good. Champions with immortality, such as Hercules, Corvus, Eye-Hulk and so on, won't die to the global, and are also good cheese options, though you may leave some fights with only 1 health point. The Heimdall synergy will also trigger from global damage, and can save you. The only real path I can recommend is the Hela path via Teleporter 9C. The local nodes here aren't too bad, and the defenders are generally the easiest. The 2 to watch out for are Gwenpool and Colossus. Gwenpool is by far the worst of the 2, as she will gain triple power when you hit her. She will also only use her special attacks in order, 1, then 2, then 3, and then back to 1 again. If you push her past the right special, i.e. over 2 bars of power when she wants to throw the special 1, she will instead just use the special 3, so we can't do that. Power control champions, seriously high damage, or the ability to tank special 3s are highly recommended here. Doom, Magic, Awakened Archangel, Awakened Kitty should be able to manage this fight. The other defender to watch out for is Colossus. He will also gain more power, though not as much as Gwenpool, and he's fully stun immune. There are other paths you could take, but they generally have some sort of roadblock on them, some seriously tough defender, or a set of nodes that make things very difficult. And if you're finding this video helpful, please, do not go gentle on that like button. The boss in this quest is Mordo, and he has a whole bunch of nodes on him. Luckily for us, only 4 of them really matter. The rest make his buffs, debuffs and stuns last longer, and his regenerations will be much more potent. Annoying, but nothing we can really do about that. The main nodes are Spite, Strength in Numbers, Special Delivery, and the global Do Not Go Gentle. Strength in Numbers is a rubbish node, and it basically just needs you to use revives. For each member of your team that's knocked out, any remaining champions will have their damage and ability accuracy reduced by 12.5%. Before the nerf, this used to be 25%, meaning your final champion could do absolutely nothing. Spite is the same node that we saw in 6.1.2 against the Ultron boss. Whilst you have any buffs, whether that's 1 or 100, Mordo will gain a power gain passive, granting roughly 1 bar of power every 6 seconds. Then we have Special Delivery. This is the global node from 6.1.6, where you can't use the same special attack twice in a row. Always keep this in mind, or you'll be taking a lot of unnecessary damage. After that, we just have the global, but by this point, we're definitely an expert on that. Our best options here are either buff immune champions, such as Titania, Spider-Man 2099, Cassie Lang, so on, or evade counters, and try not to have many buffs on you, such as Mole Man or Night Thrasher. Mordo also cannot evade out of passive stuns, so we can use a white Magneto pre-fight and any hero or metal champion to completely ignore his evade. Like the rest of the quest, if you die here due to Do Not Go Gentle, Mordo will have just 1 health point, so you can go in and hit him once for the KO. You may need to revive your team to get around the strength and numbers node before you go in. A team revive may have high value here if you want a few practice tries first. So, who are we looking for in an ideal team? Well, I certainly want Heimdall and White Magneto for the support they provide. For easy intercept, Ghost and Mole Man will be great, so they're coming too. For our last slot though, we have options. Wasp could work for the Ghost synergy to make her smoother to play, but in my opinion a Gwenpool counter would be much better. Doom, Kitty, or Archangel, for example. I will be bringing Doom, as he is very reliable and is also good for the Mordo boss, as he has power control and is metal. You could also bring Hercules or Corvus if you are struggling with the global, as they won't dive to the damage from it. Fairly soon after this video goes out, I will try and get up a short commentated video of me going through the path with the exact team I suggest above. It will be much more relaxed, but hopefully should answer some of the questions you may have. I will also answer popular questions from the comments in that video, so please leave yours down below. As always, remember this is story content, so it won't be going anywhere anytime soon. If you get stuck here and find yourself spending lots of resources, stop and focus on something else. The monthly event quest and side quest are great places to pick up more materials, shards and units, as are battlegrounds and the arena. So that's it. Everything you need to know to clear 6.2.5. Up next, we'll be looking at 6.2.6 and Shuri. Keep an eye out for more announcements in the future so you can have your say in which champions are covered. I also have a Discord server, so please go and join that. It's a great place to get specific advice, make suggestions for future video topics, and as long as I'm awake, I'm generally there to help. If you have any questions, please do leave them below, and please do all the YouTube stuff. Thank you, and I will see you next time.